But he's upset over that because he doesn't want to come to a room that's smaller than the other one. Why? It's a roof over my head and my kids. And it's a roof over your head that you're going to be coming here and there. Why are you complaining? Because he's going to help me pay the bills and buy groceries. Because you forget about me bringing groceries and paying some of your bills and paying the rent and all that. I'm like, wow. At the end of the day, my name is not even on there. It's you, Joshua Valerie's name is on there. I'm not even on that shit. Either way, like, y'all could keep that shit. He goes, and it's because of me that you guys have that. I'm like, what? Because of you? No. I'm the one that did the hard work. I'm the one that was out there putting applications to places. Yeah. And he walked away from me. He left.
I'm all ears right now. So yeah, keep spilling that. Yeah, let it all out. Yeah, I'm just, the reason why it's silence is because, it's about me, giving my ears to your situation right now. So I'm here to listen to you right now before, you ask for my thoughts and my opinions, because you called me for a reason. It's the reason why you called me, and let me ask you this. What is one of the major reasons what you actually, okay, this situation just transpired with your man, right? What compelled you to call me?
Because, Sean, you always listen to me. You just listen to me and you let me be me. I don't gotta pretend to be this, not a third. I'm gonna speak my mind. Even though when you talk, I let you talk. You feel me? Like, I let you talk. And then I feel like when I need to, like, let me share something with you. Like, you're just gonna sit there and listen to me. You're not gonna, like, judge me or tell me, hey, Anna, this. You're not. You're really not. And I know you're not. And I know that if you gotta say something to me, you gotta tell me whether I like it or not. You gotta tell me what it is.
You are so correct on that. So, since you told me all that, are you ready for my? Do you want my opinion, or is my opinion gonna matter to you, or what? What?
I'm willing to
Are you
always.
calling me just because you want me to listen to you as well? Because I am listening to you, but are you calling because you want me to give you the right, exhortation, edification, inspiration, the enlightenment, that you need, to continue on that road? Or you just want me just to listen to you?
No, I know you heard me, and that's all I have to say. And I know that you're gonna give me your opinion, and that's what I like about our relationship. Because even when I tell you something, you're gonna tell me what it is, and I pay attention. I might not say anything, I might not react to it, but I listen and trust and believe. Like, it never falls on deaf ears. Like,
Yeah. I fully understand that. Okay. Hear what you just said. The relation, and you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm gonna be doing a video. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I can just just go ahead and just kick down the door on about that. How because I'm glad you said that. How because see, you are actually you are in something what the average person call a relationship. Okay, but what you just said to me right now is that you like the relationship that we have. It's because what you and him have is a situationship that just has some emotions attached to it. It has feelings to it. See, and I do want you to know that a lot of people, they really won't understand that. But see, what we have, this is an actual relation. See, you have a title with him. He's considered your boyfriend. He has pictures. You and him have pictures put up on Facebook and the social media thing. And see, me and you don't have that. We have something that's stronger than that. We have the outstanding understanding. That's why me and you will always avoid a misunderstanding. And I'm always want you to know that whenever you have a conversation with me, it's never going to be filled with judgment or condemnation. It's about you being able to be you, and I accept you as you are. I don't love you because I want you to be somebody. I love you because of the way you are. And when I say I love you, it ain't that kind of love, that boyfriend girlfriend love. It's not that love that you and your boyfriend got. That's not the same thing. So when he say he love you and you say you love him, that's
That was loud. Right now, I'm just gonna stop you for a minute because as you speak, there's stuff that comes to my mind, and I want to say before I forget. Like when I hear you say, "I love you" and I accept you, even though I know what it is because what you're saying is right, a situationship, a relationship, but I think I'm just gonna be really honest with you because
be honest.
It hurts me, Sean, because I couldn't tell this.
Say it, cry, let it out. Like that's the point of you being you. Let it out.
Give me a minute, because I'm getting my thoughts. I hear you say, I understand you and I'll let you be you because you have love for me. I think to hear you say that, what hurts me is that the man that professes to quote unquote love me, the man that I have shown him that I'm a ride or die, that there's nothing I wouldn't do for you to be happy, at peace, comfortable, all that. For him to react the way he's reacting, like what you're telling me, I expect that from him. I want to hear those words from him, and I'm not getting it. And it hurts me because how could you sit there and say, Anna, you're my everything, I'm afraid to lose you, I love you, there's nothing I want to do for you. And I think what hurts is that I know that you're realizing, I'm talking about referring to Keith when I say like that, I know he realizes that I am a good woman. I know that he realizes that I'm like a dime, and I don't boost myself in that. I just know because I've heard that from you. I've heard that from Rico.
Okay, let me stop you. Wait.
Hold up. I know you're different from them. Don't get it twisted. I know I'm not putting you in there. What I mean is how they come to realization like you are a good woman. And what hurts is that the only man that really realizes that is Sean. And it hurts that to hear that from Keith, and it's like it's coming to a point for me, and I think this is where it hurt, because it's like, for instance, it's like me, I have to open my eyes and snap to reality and to see that Keith is just saying it to say it, and I think that's why it hurts. You know what I mean? He's not saying it because he means it. If he loved me, he wouldn't walk away from me the way he walked away from me. If he accepted me for me and understood me, even if he didn't agree with me at the moment, he would not have walked away from me. And it hurts because you wouldn't have done that to me. You would have just said, you know what, Anna, I don't agree with it. And how you talk to me to make me understand certain things, that should have been him. And he walked away. So it makes me feel like, am I selfish or is he being selfish? Then when I think about it, I'm like, how could I be selfish if I put into consideration first, like, okay, what it is, what is it? And for you to react this way, because now I say, okay, this is what I want. When you say, don't be afraid to tell me what you want, or if you ever want to do something, Because it doesn't take too much to please you. And you never ask for anything, never. So I know that when you do ask for something or put something on the table, because that's what you really want. And he told me, be free to do that. And it hurts, Sean. Because I said, okay, but I said, it's really never going to happen to me, right? But, and now that I do it, now there's a problem and it hurts because it only tells me that he really does not love me. That means that it's all about him, and his wants and his needs. And I have to face that reality. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you. I'm listening to you.
I guess because I'm hurt because Sean, I never asked for nothing. I never asked for nothing. Any man that I've had in my life, I've never asked him for anything. I'm not even going to say try. I have always listened. I've always loved. I've always gave my all. I've always been a ride or die. I've always submitted. And in return, all I ever wanted was, because I don't ask for anything and nothing, but if I do ask for anything, even if it's like, hey, today I want to go to the beach. Hey, today I want to go Bible study. Hey, I want my kids to have this food. And if I ever make any request no like that, it's because I feel very deeply about it. Not if I want to hurt anybody, not because I'm being selfish, because I don't think I'm a selfish person. It's just because I never asked for anything, and if it was, I just want it. And it'll just be nice to feel that, you know what, and if that's what you want, that's fine. We can work around that. I'll go on and enjoy yourself at Bible studies, or let's go enjoy our time at the beach just for a minute, because you never asked for anything. Let's just enjoy that day. And I'm just hurt by that. In spite of all of that, the process of me getting an apartment, I'm happy and I'm grateful. And like I told God, I feel like this is going to be a new beginnings to a lot of things in my life. I feel that I did this without the help of any man. I've always had Claudia help me here and there, and Keith helped me here and there with stuff. I feel like I did this by myself without the help of any man. And it was a hand of God definitely opening doors. And I'm so grateful for that. Grateful. Very grateful. And I don't take that lightly for granted. It's just a lot on my mind that I'm thinking, like, just different changes. One thing I did tell God, I said, God, if Keith is not for me, please remove it from my life. And when you do, help me not to say Keith is not, just let him go, let him be, and give me the strength to continue, and help me not to go to my own ways. And I feel like I know that everything's gonna be fine. I know right now me and Keith had a disagreement, but what he doesn't know is that the more he does that, he's pushing me away from him more and more. He's helping me to be stronger, to make the decision to say whatever. Sean, I feel so strong because I have my home, and I got my home without the help of any man except for God. And if God did that for me, God could do anything and everything else for me. Of course, he needs my action, and my action was when I went out and put an application to these type of homes, because the word of God says that faith without works is dead. So I can't ask God for something, and he needs me to, participate, and he'll do the impossible. So the impossible was that it's a long waiting list. The impossible was that it was people ahead of me. But like the lady said, I remembered you, Anna, and your file was in between all these other people that were on top of you, but I pulled your file out. And I know that was God. I know that was a hand of God. And I give him the glory for that. And I'm just going to enjoy my time, my home. I've been waiting for this for so long, and that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at. It's sad because Keith tells me I could talk to him about anything that I feel, but the minute I do speak and open my mouth, he doesn't want to hear it. And it's the craziest thing because it's the thing that I'm telling you right now, and I feel like I'm not complaining, or maybe I am complaining, but I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm just speaking my mind as far as this is what I want. And I don't think I'm really asking for much. I'm really not. All I want is to have peace. All I want, Sean, is to be a housewife. That's all I want. And when I'm a housewife, like, I just want to be that woman. Like, I want to cook, I want to clean, I want to wash. I enjoy those things. I know it sounds weird. I don't care. I don't care who, if it sounds weird, but I love it. I enjoy those things to the fullest. I love to cook. I love to clean. I love to see a clean house. I just want to have an organized house. Smell good. Go to church, read my word, pray. I'm finally going to have my room where I can pray. I have a balcony. For me, every time I'm like, oh my God, we can come out here at 5 in the morning and just spend time with God in His word and in His presence. Whoever he talked to me about, we're like, man, it's going to be so amazing. We're going to have, I want to buy scriptures that I'm going to put up in my wall. I thought about all these things. He didn't even bother to ask me any of these things. But it's okay because it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. God is with me and for me, and God promised me He will never leave me nor forsake me. And a lot of us, when we feel this way, I know sometimes we speak out of our emotions, but I feel like I feel very deeply of what I just said because I have not really released any of this. I have not spoken it to anybody because He thinks, oh, I want to hear it, I want to know, but no, He doesn't. Because when I do speak it, He gets mad, like really mad. And I don't think that's healthy. But yeah. And it makes me think, if he left with my keys of my car like that, I said, I don't want him to have no part of my apartment or anything like that, because who knows what he could do to mess up my shit, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm fine with, you want to come into me and go ahead. Because the security guard said, I don't never want nobody there, and he gets crazy and run with me. I don't call security, they could take him and escort him out, and he could never ever come back again. But yeah. You know, Sean, it makes me think, am I that hard to love? Am I that hard to love, Sean? You're not a hard person to love.
In this situation, you're asking the wrong person that. You shouldn't even be asking. You should be asking the person that you crying over, that you having that situation over. That don't got nothing to do with me. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is my opinion gonna do with So now, are you, like, you still got more to say, or are you ready for me to say something? Like, you want me to, still listen? Like, what else you got to say? Tell me.
I'm done.
Well, when you say you done, I mean, because when I start talking, I don't want to be interrupted because, it's 20 minutes and I just let you talk. I let you vent off. I listen to you, so are you ready to hear what I got to say about all that? About everything that you saying? Because, see, I'm about to come through the door. Yeah, you crying and all that, but, them tears and all that, that's it's me you talking to. I don't feel sorry for none of that. I don't. Like, I know it's me, that you talking to. I know that shit sound cold right now, but it's me. I'm going to give you the real. I'm not going to play those little games and stuff like, oh, come here. No. Because I know what the problem is. I know exactly what the problem is. So us having this bond that we got.
Oh, hold on a second. Hey, brother. How are you? Huh? Oh, nothing. Just here, just thinking. You good? I see your little girl. Oh, yeah. She's cute. She's a handful. My brother, he's at home. All right, brother. Hello?
Yeah.
That was the neighbor that grew up with us next door. What happened?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, what do you want my take on? What do you want my advice on? What do you want me to tell you? What do you because you said a lot.
Anything, Sean, whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to speak on, just, it don't matter.
See, that's the thing. I'm not going to say just anything. I need to say I'm only going to say the right thing. And
okay,
the only thing. Okay, now watch this. Now here's how I'm about to kick down the door on this. I'm here to let you know because, see, I'm about to tell you something. And when I tell you this, I don't want you to be delusional. Right now, ain't nobody gonna tell you this, but you're just delusional right now. You are delusional. Those tears ain't real. You and I both know that them tears that you crying right now, that shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. Me and you both know that, but I want you to put that out there, but you know them tears ain't real. You know why? I'm gonna tell you that them tears ain't real? Because first of all, how are them tears gonna be real when you know the things that you do behind his back that you know that you just can't tell him? So that right there lets you know that it's nothing right there. So it was never nothing right there. So what you trying to do, you can't see what me and you have is real love. Meaning it's a relation, meaning you are in a love relation, in a love situationship, and you can call me outside of that and, get some real exhortation, so I can, give you that, uplift, because right now, you need the real. That's what you need right now. And you need the truth. And I'm here to revive you. I'm here to reprove you. I'm here to replenish the blemish, that has been applied. But see, I don't want you to be oblivious to what I'm about to exemplify, because it's very impeccable. And if you really, grab it, it'll be implicable that you could apply with this situationship that you got going on. Because really, you're really playing with yourself, and I'm just sitting back laughing because, see, I really been into the scriptures and stuff like that. And one scripture that I do know is how about that what is it? Is it John? Hold on, is it John 3:20, where nobody's righteous? I do want you to understand that. We playing these games. I do want you to understand it's nobody out here righteous. All right, nobody's righteous. So, What I'm trying to tell you is that you are being delusional. So when you open your eyes and you understand that you are in a sinful world and it's sin, that's the things, that's the stuff that you get. That's the results. These are the consequences. You're letting some flesh, somebody that's not even in the will of God, be able to have dictate. See what you need to do is you need to run away from the mercies of him. See, you are at the mercies of Keith. You are at the mercies of life. You are at the mercies of his definition, his depiction, his vision, his opinions. You're at the mercy of that. That's the reason why you're crying. That's the results of you crying, because whatever he say and don't go, now you crying in tears as if he's talking about not. It's funny how God, gives you a gift and somebody likes to come along and say that they're about to start taking over the gift that God made. How should I say? Because see, you have something was God. God has his permissive will, and he got his divine will, and I think that's just pretty much just from the divinity, how you exemplified to me about how they put everything up in place and got you bumped up, and you're able to, blessings, get your apartment now. It's funny how he just comes in and just starts trying to, and that reminds me of a situation, of a scripture up in the book of Malachi. I think it's it's in Malachi where it says, shall I rob God, shall a man rob God for his glory? And I feel that, Keith is robbing God for his glory, because he gave you something, and now Keith is trying to come in and say, oh, well, I'm about to put this, don't put this. He shouldn't have no dictation on anything. And when it comes to that room situation, first of all, if he want a bigger room, then he needs to go get an apartment himself and get that bigger room. That's for the kids, straight up. And it's that's what it is. And you're not going to change that. You're not going to try to fix that. God gave you a gift to be able to get that apartment, and yeah, that's your boyfriend and all that, but if he's supposed to be love you, which I know he don't really love you, he don't love you, because as soon as you tell him that you've been, just say that you've been talking with me, he'll hate you. So all that love shit is out the window. It's just fake love. Real love is loving the whole everything about you, your sinful flesh, the sinful things, because it's in the flesh, the unrighteous things that's in your flesh, I'm gonna love. But see, people want to be painting this picture, and the reason what you made yourself cry, because you're trying to paint this picture of how he should be. And when you really look at it, he's nothing like that. And I'm like, what kind of world that you in? Like, is that a movie? What kind of Disney movie that you're in there? Like, you should have known that that's how he is. Like, that ain't no surprise. Like, I just want him to, man, he ain't gonna never be like that. And you should know that. So, like, it's just the illusion that you're in. So when I look at it as you in a relationship, I'm sitting there looking at that like, no, that's just a situationship. Man, you have a relation. You can tell me everything. You can tell me how many guys that you just been with. You can tell me who you had sex with, different stuff, and never be judged, You'll never get no condemnation up out of me, no judgment. It ain't none of that. You can be who you are. I love you because he love you because of who he wants you to be. I love you just the way that you are. Stay just how you is. I don't want you to change. Stay the way you are. If it's sinning, I love your sinning ways, all that. It ain't no, you don't have to put on an Oscar Award performance act around me. But I just want you to know, God just revealed to you a devilation about the person that is professing, but he's really not possessing no love for you. So therefore, you got to let that go. You got to let that go. And God gave you that blessing. And I think if you keep holding on to that, you're not going to be able to glow. He's hindering your progress. He's going to, hinder you and keep you in your transgressions. He doesn't understand, your iniquities. He doesn't understand, your besetments. He doesn't understand, you know, the things that you have to go through. He just looks at it on some room. So when you just exemplify what you just did about, he said that about the room, and it's funny how and you better not accept any money from him, because as soon as you accept some money from him, even a thing, he's gonna automatically say, oh well, this is my place, I pay the rent. See how he keeps thinking? That reminds me of a scripture in what is that? And because he kept saying, oh, I'm gonna pay it, or you know, oh, I want the room big like that, so when I get tired, I want to be able to come you know, lay down. I want to be able to come and lay down. That reminds me of a scripture in the Bible, Isaiah, the 14th chapter. The 14th chapter, when Lucifer was talking, he kept saying, I'm gonna ascend above the stars, above God. I'm gonna be high. You know, that you know, and that's that prideful thing, and that's one of the first, you know, abominations that God hate more than anything. That's one of the first hated sins. That right there, that prideful thing, being prideful, that arrogant spirit, you know, that when he should have respected and say, damn, you got this, it's cool, man, I'm cool with sleeping on the floor. First of all, he shouldn't even want to get comfortable like that, because he should be like, damn, you know what, let me focus on getting my place, so you can be over to come to my place and let the kids be here. But I don't want to get comfortable like where you gonna lose your place. And I can already see it. As soon as you give him the keys, I can see that you're gonna be calling crying, say, yeah, he came and threw a fit, and you're gonna lose your place, because you're gonna feel left out and you're getting too comfortable with it. And you got your that what you call a relationship, you got that on comfortability right now, and you getting way too comfortable, and you getting that illusion of this love. Let me, you know, kick down the door. Don't nobody out here, you know, let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to talk to you from a different way. You know, don't, you know, look at me as I'm not here. You know, I'm talking to you, you know, through the sinful, through the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody out here love you. Don't nobody out here love you. You know what I'm saying? I know that's cold, but don't nobody out here love you. You supposed to be able, why you think he kept, you know, complaining? Because if he really loved you, you and him wouldn't even had an argument. Because he would have loved your decision. He would have loved the fact that this is what you decided to do, and that's would have been it. He wouldn't have had no kind of rebuttal or debate with you where it caused some kind of transgression that, you know, that's stopping your what you call love progression, you know. So it's just like this. It's all about him, and by him, because he's already coming in talking about that he's gonna pay the rent. What happened if you say, well, you know what, I don't want you paying the rent? Why? Because if you pay the rent, then basically it's like you got this place for me. Basically, you're pretty much pulling me in the door to say, you know, let me rob. See, that's how the enemy's coming in. See, the enemy is gonna fool you and think that, okay, here's how the enemy works. You see how you get in your place, which God do. The enemy sends him over there to, you know, get on Discord with you and start saying, well, I'm gonna pay this, I need this. Who says that you paying anything? What happened if I want to just be this independent woman and pay my own rent? Like God wanted me to do. God didn't get me this place to have you paying it. So why? I'm going to be at the mercies of you. So when you get mad at me, or I say I'm talking to this, now the rent's going to stop being paid. So you better not open up that door of being at the mercy. Stop being at the mercies of that man, you know, because if you stay at the mercies of him, as soon as he say, oh, you know, find something, you know, in your phone, he, you know, he see my text or something about me, or, you know, he gonna, oh, I'm not paying your rent, it's over. And then why? You gonna be crying because you depended on this person. Man, don't depend on flesh. Stop depending on flesh. You need to depend on the word of God and be followed by the God. It's funny how, I'm gonna tell you how the enemy got you tricked. You sitting there crying over some flesh, over some sinful flesh that's unrighteous in the flesh, and you're crying over that, and God's sitting there looking at you like, I should come down and just slap you. I'm sitting here making this, and you're gonna let some flesh that this wasn't even from my divine, this was my permissive, I just let this happen. and you go still keep messing with this man, you see how he's talking to you, what you think, you know, like you only want to be happy. Well, if you only want to be happy, well, then you need to get off, you know, being at the mercies of him and start getting at the mercies and realizing that, you know, God is being merciful on you, and you need to do that. You know, imagine if you cried that way about God. But see, we, you know, like to push God out, and we like to cry for flesh and be like, well, why flesh disappointed, you know, disappointed you? Flesh is always going to disappoint you. That's what flesh is. Ain't nothing good in the flesh. That's the thing. That's the reason why I accept you for the way you is, and ain't nobody gonna accept you like that. It's two loves. It's the love of delusion with illusion, that it's just this love, and don't nothing else exists. There's no such thing as sin. And then you have another love that where it's sin, and I know that you're gonna sin. You might do little things, but I'm still gonna love you for your transgressions. I'm still gonna love you with your iniquities. I'm still gonna love you, you know, with your different, besetments, you know. So it's just certain things. And one thing what you have to realize is stop confusing that love, because you need to be loving yourself. If you love you, it wouldn't be no need to be worrying about if he loved you. That's the thing. As days go by, I'm getting more and more into just saying, damn, I just love me. And when you love you, you could care less about if he's loving you. Because how could you, you know, because if he's not loving you, it's because he doesn't love him. He doesn't know him. So if he doesn't know him or love him, you can't put those standards and expect him to love you the way you love you, or the way you want him to love you, when he don't even know how to love him. He don't even know how to love himself. Forget you, forget everybody else, just himself alone. You know, and for him not loving himself or knowing himself, therefore he can't love you, and he's not gonna never know yourself. And therefore you're gonna always be mad and be expecting this when you should say that, damn, I should be loving me. Don't be, you know, why? Because it's about you. You got that place. Stop, you know, putting it at the wheel, you know, stop being at the wheel of, oh, well, I got it. No, God made that happen. You know, people be stealing, you know, always be robbing the mercies of God. People always be thinking, oh, I got it because I was lucky. I don't believe in luck. There's no such thing as luck. You know, because when you start saying that you lucky and, I'm lucky, or I know how to move, or I know how to, you know, get away or something like that, you are robbing the mercies of God. You are disrespecting and you're robbing the mercies of God whenever you start talking, oh, I'm lucky, or I got lucky, or it was because of me. See how, and you let me know already what kind of man that you got, because he said something and you repeated it back. You regurgitated it back to me. You said that he said that, oh, I'm the reason why you got this place. See how he said that? He automatically robbed God right there. Oh, I'm the reason why you got this place. You wouldn't got this place if I wouldn't did that. Well, first of all, no, you wouldn't got that place if God didn't compel you to take her to go put that. Wow. But he wanted to say, I'm about to push God out the way and say, oh, instead of him saying, you know what, God compelled me to do that. Oh, I'm the one that took you. I'm the reason why you got that. So that's why I'm saying you need to stop accepting things and doing things, because people will start, you know, taking full credit when it's really, you know, that we have to, you know, give the glory and give the, you know, the recognition, you know, to the man upstairs, you know, and stop doing the things that we're doing. But I want you to know, you need to get out that illusion and start loving yourself and being thankful that you got what that is. If he can't understand what it is, then that's it. But most of this is why you hurt. It's because you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting. And that's because he's not giving him what he's supposed to be getting. He's not doing, he's not putting no deposits of love in him. He's not putting no deposits of self. He's not putting no deposits of being that better person. So when it comes to you making a withdrawal, you know, it's insufficient of love. It's insufficient of intention. It's insufficient of understanding. It's insufficient. So you're sitting there, you know, with an empty bank, you know, so you can't make no withdrawals because he hasn't put no deposits. That's the reason why it's like that. So it's just insufficient. You know, he's insufficient on self-equanimity. He's insufficient on tranquility. You know, he's insufficient on serenity. You know, so by all that being gone, he's insufficient on outstanding understanding. So that's why it's the way it is. So you need to stop getting out your mind saying, oh, well, I thought this. You know, stop with that thought, because see, people don't understand. You know, oh, just because, oh, he knows, man, we be forgetting that the devil knows. Even the devil knows that the devil, he believes in God. He believes that God's real. The devil believes that God's real. The enemy believes that God's real, but the devil still do what? Do what he do. So all that, oh, I know this, man, that don't mean nothing, man. The devil knows that God is who he is and still does what he does. That's what that is. So, you know, but, you know, knowing you're going to be back running back to him and all that, which to be expected. But I want you to know, if you do or not, hey, I love you, baby. I love you. Straight up. You know, you're looking for something that's already here. You're trying to, you know, you can't try to replicate me. That's the thing. I'm me. You know, you can't, you know, I know you might want him to be me, but it just can't. You know, I can't be replicated. You know, I give you that. See, all he knows how to do is yell at you, you know, give you some sex and sit there and do all this. See me, I don't need to give you all that and some money. I give you something that's more powerful than that. I give you the words of exhortation. I give you encouragement, you know, whenever I see that you are discouraged. You know, whenever I see, you know, that you are, you know, oblivious, you know, I'm about to come through and give you the enlightenment, you know, so you can be enlightened. You know, whenever I see that you down, I'm here to, you know, pick you up. You know, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all that, and let you know that, hey, man, you still the shit. You ain't doing nothing wrong. In my eyes, man, you the shit. But to sit there, you know what I'm saying? It's like you remind me of that movie of Friday. Remember, like when Smokey went in there and he slipped on the store like on purpose, and they're like, he was like, oh man, my back. And you're like, man, get your ass up. Ain't nothing wrong with your back. That's what, you know, like, that's what that was. I'm like, man, get up. All that crying, like, man, get up. Stop it, man. You got your place coming in. Man, you know, them tears is not real. Stop it. You know, it's me that you talking to, man. Wipe all them fake ass tears off. Because first of all, you know damn well he don't love you the way I love you. So them tears can't really be real. Me and you both know that. And you really know that you keeping so much secrets from him that you really can't tell him. So you automatically really don't love him the way you really supposed to be loving him, because you can't, because he has this male Jezebel defense mechanism, you know, defense, you know that, you know, once you try to exemplify, you know, the truth to him, it's going to end up going somewhere else, and it's going to end up, you know, getting condemnation. You know, he's going to end up, you know, criticizing you, minimizing you, you know, not really realizing you. Minimizing you and criticizing you is the best definition of not realizing you. Damn, I like that. Damn, I like that. Wow. See, so I do want you to know that. And that's what that is. And you do know that what we have is strong. You know, it is. I don't do none of that, you know, other stuff. Like, you know my life. You know my different women. You know what I'm saying? You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you accept me, you know what I'm saying, for who I am. You know what it is. Just like I know what it is with you. I don't get no condemnation from you. But you understand it. Like, you know. You know about my Veronica. You know what I'm saying? You know about the real. You know what I'm saying? You know about my life. You know about my women. I could talk to you about any woman. I can talk to you about it and still get that real love that it's supposed to be. Not that fake love. Not that love that, you know, that you be laughing and all this, but when you really tell some real shit, now it's, you did what? Now they about to come with condemnation and minimizing you and criticizing you and just having you feeling just so trepidatious to be able to exemplify the truth because of, you know, they attitude, you know, they anger. You know, his anger will cause you to be trepidatious. You know, his anger will cause you to be reluctant. You know, his anger will cause you not to be who you supposed to be, because you thinking that, you know, stop trying to love somebody that don't love themselves. Stop that. Stop trying to expect somebody to love you that don't even love themselves. Stop it. And then you get mad, you crying. You know, hey, God has a plan for you, and he just showed you that. I just got you in this place, and if you keep trying to bring him in this place, then I'm gonna end up, you know, washing my hands, and I'll have you removed up out this place. So you better not disrespect the mercies of God by bringing him over there. I'm just telling you, because he's already starting off talking about when I get off. Well, hey, man, that means that you need to get to your place and do that. I got my kids. You know, we're going to still do the same program and be in the car. You know, you're not going to be over here at my house like that. You're not about to get comfortable like it's your house. No, this is not your house. This is the kid's house. Your house is the house that you end up getting. You're not going to use God's, you know, gift and say that it's your gift, and you just come in and start just paying, you know, the rent. It don't work that way. God will sit there and take that place away from you if you accept any money from that man. If you accept any money from that man and use that money to put on God's blessing, he's going to take your blessing. He's going to take your blessing. Do it. Try it. Try it. Are you hearing me?
I don't want to mess with that.
Play with his blessing by having some flesh that don't even respect God and don't respect you. Come in and just start taking over and starts putting some money up in your blessing. That's like bad money. That's like God don't want that money. Like, man, you better not to accept any money for this blessing. If you accept $1 from him, because God don't want him to have that kind of arrogance or spirit to say, oh, well, this is my shit. I pay rent. You know what that'll do to God? God will take you out that place. I'm telling you. Accept some money from him and then let him say that, oh, well, you got that place because of me. Now it's because of him. So now you're moving farther and farther away from God. And you better not do that, man. You need to, you know, let him do what he need to do. And that's what's up.
I heard that. Man.
Straight up. I mean, the saying some. What?
That's real. I said, I can't even argue with that. Like, you said some real shit.
Everything that I said is irrefutable. So it's gonna, you know, hit you in the right way, because I want you to know that you are that diamond. And you need to understand that when God, you know, created you, he didn't make no mistake. You know, so by him not making no mistake, stop living at the mercies of rhinestones. Stop living at the mercies of cubic zirconians. How is it that a diamond is living at the mercy of a cubic zirconian? How is it that a diamond is living at the mercies of a rhinestone? See what I'm saying? It don't make, like, you are a diamond. Like hold on. Like, you forgot, you know, in Matthew 4:8. Hold on, wait. It's Matthew 4:8. Yeah, Matthew 4:9, when the temptation of Christ, when Lucifer took God, Satan took God up to the mountain and showed him the empires and said, man, that you can have all this. All you got to do is worship me. Well, that's kind of like how that situation is like right now. That basically God showed you something, but now Lucifer then came in and basically trying to say, well, make this room my room. So basically he's trying to come in and say that it's y'all place. That's not y'all place. God didn't, that's not from the divinity for it to be for him. It's from the divine for it to be for you. You know, that's what that is. So I'm either saying something, you know, not right, but yeah.
Oh no, it's right. It's right. It wasn't meant for me to get up too. Like, I'm glad I told him too. Like I'm not being that right. I'm being it, and I understand like what you just said. I could understand why he got upset, and I understand because you were like, the minute you accept the money from him, he's gonna feel like he owns. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be like Satan. It's gonna be the devil. That's how the devil basically, God has gave you something, and now Satan has came in to try to block that and say, well, look, all you got to do is let me just start paying your rent. And now when you start letting the devil come in and pay your rent, now all you doing is just robbing God away from his glory, and now it's gonna look like, okay, well, Keith helped me. Keith has been helping me. Keith's done this. Keith's been paying my rent, and now it's always gonna be about Keith and never about God. It's always gonna be God's gonna always be pushed.
Everything was cool and everything, but the minute, like, before he walked away, like, he really got upset with that. It was because he was like, I'm gonna be paying that rent. I was like, no, you're not. I am. And then he was like, he walked away. I'm like, yeah, why did I give him that? Why did that got him not mad? You feel me? But
because that's the devil, and you're about to have some power. He don't want you to have that kind of control like that. He don't want you to have God's blessing like that. That's always the enemy to come in all the time. You should know that. That's why I quoted a scripture. It's in Matthew 4:9. Well,
because I understand it, and I'm like, oh snap.
In the scripture, because Matthew 4:8 and 4:9 has to do with the second temptation and the third temptation of Christ. But at the point, you can't be tempted. So don't be tempted by thinking that that's some love. Oh, well, we've been through this. No, God has finally got you where you at. And if he's not where he's at, it's a reason why. So you need to stop trying to live at his mercies and start living at the mercies of God, what God said. So let him walk away. God's looking at you like, don't be crying because he walked away. I did it for a reason. Let his ass keep walking. That's good. Thank you. Now you can understand. Now you can get a hold of just me and your blessing. That's all he wants you to understand. He may want you to let him walk away. He may want him to get away because God said, you know what? Hey, I got a plan for you. I got you in this place. And then, so why are you chasing after somebody that don't even got a place? He don't even got a place, but you're chasing after him after God's and bless you to already have your place. And now you chasing after him and he don't even got a place, but he got something to say and want to already come in and put some money in and try to take over your place and rob the mercy of God by saying that, oh, I'm paying the rent, or I'm about to pay the rent, or I need something big. He's already making his plans on what he want to do already. And that's the problem.
That makes total sense. Like, I know that, man, it's God. And I understand that it was meant for me to have this conversation with you because for you to say what you said, I'm like, oh, I didn't see it that way. You feel me? Like, but now, like, it really, honest to God, it makes total sense. And I'm glad, like you're right. We might end up talking again, but one thing for sure, I'm gonna make sure that even though I told him, I said, you're not paying the rent, I am. And I'm not gonna let him pay nothing. Like, if he says, hey, woo woo, I'm gonna be like, no.
Check it out. Stop regurgitating yourself and just go at it. Because there's things that you'll tell me, but you know, your flesh will tell you something different. So all I want to see is action. You know, I believe in you. I really believe in you. You know, so when he don't, hey, I believe in you all the way. So what I want you to do is keep that in your mind, and, you know, don't be worried about if he loves you or not. Only be worried about if God loves you, and worried about if you love yourself. That's it. You know, stop, living at the mercies of other people's opinions, you know, their definitions, their depictions and visions, and start, you know, seeing who you is. And because when you do that, then you can bring out the greatness in you. But if not, you're going to stay with him, and he's going to hinder you from bringing out the greatness in you. He don't want the greatness in you. He don't want you to have those blessings that you about to have, because if he did, then you would have never been on Discord. You and him would have been on one accord. So what you call that relationship is really a situationship, and it's headed to a battleship, and it's going to be time for you to get your life jacket, and you're going to have to eventually jump off that ship. And just so you'll know, my ship is right down the ocean, so I'm not too far away. So don't worry about it. You won't be in the ocean by yourself. You know?
Thank you.
Did you hear me?
I heard you. I said thank you.
All right. Well, do what you gotta.
All right.
Yeah, just call me whenever you want to call me. But I just wanted to, you know, I had to, you know, be there at the time when it calls. You know, that's what it is. I had to come through and give you this edification, this exhortation. You know, I want to be able to liberate your mind like I did. You know.
That was good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you, baby. All right.
Love you too.
All right.
All right.
All right. I'm unrighteous sin, Sean Tiff. So that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. So subscribe to my channel. Unrighteous Sin, Sean Tiff.